was in the city. Harry loved the city. He loved escalators and lifts, shops and centers, big streets and little streets, traffic lights and fire engines. He loved to see the people rushing to work in the morning and coming back to their homes in the evening. Most of all, Harry loved to look at the city lights as he fell asleep at night. Harry's granddad lived far, far away. His home was very different. It was a small farmhouse in the mountains across the sea. Harry didn't see him very often because Granddad was busy with his animals and Harry wasn't quite big enough to go away from home. Sometimes Granddad sent letters with little pictures for Harry. He told Harry about the mountains. He told Harry about the farm. He told Harry about looking after all the animals. He wished he could help too. Then on his birthday, Harry got a special parcel from Granddad. Inside the parcel was a present. Inside the present was a farm set. Inside the farm set was an envelope. Inside the envelope was a card. Inside the card was a train ticket. At last, Harry was big enough. Harry was going to Granddad's home. Harry's mum brought him a special red bag and helped him pack his clothes. Granddad came all the way to Harry's home to collect him. Harry wanted to show Granddad the lights and the shops and the fire engines, but Granddad said the city made him feel funny. Granddad was very noisy. Granddad said everything was noisy. He said everything was busy. He said everything was fast. He said there were so many lights in the city. It was hard to sleep at night. He said he had to get back to help with the animals. It's time for me to go home, said Granddad. Come on, Harry. Then for the very first time, Harry went away from his mum. He took his special red bag and went away from the city. For a whole week, Harry was going away from home. They went on a bus. They went on a train. They went on a boat. They went on another bus. They went in a taxi. And on the way, Harry saw lots of different kinds of homes where lots of different kinds of people lived. Here we are, said Granddad. There's no place like home. Harry liked it at Granddad's home, but it made him feel a little funny. Everything was quiet, everything was slow, everything was different. It was so dark that Harry couldn't sleep. There was a wind blowing outside, and Harry could hear sheep instead of cars and sirens. Harry lay in his bed. He couldn't see any lights at all. He thought he would like to go home now, all the way back to his own home. So So Harry climbed out of bed and put all his clothes back into the special red bag. Then he went downstairs to tell Granddad. "Oh, Harry," smiled Granddad, lifting him into his lap. "You've only just arrived. We're going to have a lovely week. You wait and see." Granddad told Harry he had a surprise for him. He took Harry by the hand and led him into the kitchen. In a warm spot in the corner of the kitchen was a wooden box. Inside the wooden box was a peel of straw. In the middle of the straw, fast asleep, was a baby lamb. Harry couldn't believe it. The lamb was as tiny as a toy. His mother couldn't feed him, said Granddad, picking up the lamb. "I thought you might like to look after him for a week." Harry put down his red bag and took the lamb. It was warm and soft as a pillow. Harry held it carefully. The little lamb put out a tiny big tongue and sucked Harry's finger. "It's hungry," said Granddad, and gave Harry a baby bottle with warm milk inside. Showed Harry how to feed it. Harry loved the lamb. The lamb loved Harry. Every day at Granddad's home, Harry did something new. Harry and his lamb saw lots of different kinds of animals who lived in lots of different kinds of homes. The pigs in the pisty, the hens in the hen house, the doves in the dove cote, the cows in the barn, the pony in the stable, the dog in the kennel. Harry liked looking after all the animals in their homes. He liked it so much that he almost forgot about his own home, far, far away in the city. All week, Harry helped in the farmyard. The week had gone so fast. Granddad, as he packed Harry's special red bag, "Tomorrow you'll be going home, all the way back to the city, and I will miss you." Harry would miss his Granddad too. He wondered how he would carry his lamb on the bus, on the train. Perhaps Granddad could give him a dog lead. "Oh no," smiled Granddad. "Lamb belongs in the country like me. You see, Harry, everyone has their own home." Harry followed Granddad. They walked down the lane into the fields with the lamb dancing along behind. Harry thought about his lamb in the city. Granddad was right. The lamb wouldn't like fire engines. He wouldn't like escalators. Suddenly a big sheep came right over to Harry. "Look, Harry," said Granddad. "I think this is the mother sheep." Harry thought for a moment and looked at his little lamb. Then he gently put it down into the grass with a flip of its tail. The lamb was gone. Harry had been big enough to go away from home. He loved it with Granddad, but now he wanted to go home too, just like the lamb. Someone was waiting at the farmhouse. Harry ran indoors and gave his mum such a big hug that she almost fell over. Then Grandad told Harry's mum how Harry had looked after the lamb all on his own and let it go back into the field. His mum gave him a squeeze and said she was very proud of him. The next day, Harry said goodbye to Grandad. He said goodbye to all the animals in their homes. Last of all, he ran down the lane in the field. There was his lamb. The lamb was with its mother. The lamb was with its friends. Harry's lamb was home. It was time for Harry and his mum to go home too. They went in a taxi, they went on a bus, they went on a boat, they went on a train, they went on another bus. And on the way, Harry saw lots of different kind of homes where lots of different kind of people lived. But there was only one home that quite right for Harry, and that was Harry's home. This is the end of Harry's home. Thank you. Subscribe, like, share, and subscribe down below. Bye.